Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show. And I am your host, Debra CoCo. And if you do not know about Just Give Me the Mic, what we do here is highlight positive people doing positive things throughout our communities and worldwide. And we strive to bring you the best interview experience that there is. So again, I want to thank everyone for their support. And what I would like for you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Relax and enjoy the show, everybody. Thank you again for your support. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show. My name is Debra CoCo. And as you know, our last show, we actually talked about the Orlando Urban Film Festival, which is taking place in Orlando, Florida from August 31st. Thursday, August 31st till Saturday, September 2nd. And we had two guests on that talked about the event, gave you some information to let you know what's going to be happening if you can attend. And today I'm very excited because I have another special guest for the event with me, Lionel C. Martin. And I'm excited to talk to you today because you just have a wonderful background. And me being a media person myself, just following through some information that I found, I was like, wow, you have lived like the dream of somebody who has done videography, editing, and then becoming a filmmaker. So I'm so happy to talk to you and welcome to the show.
Oh, glad to be here. Thank you so much. That was a very warm welcome.
Look, I could have went on and on because there is so much to say. Actually, today, when I was doing a little research, I actually backtracked and I found an interview from you. I think it was way back in 2007. And you talked about your beginnings in New York City and how you worked with a mutual friend of mine, Ralph McDaniels.
Yeah, Ralph, that's my first kind of business partner. We grew up together in Queens, and Ralph actually started Video Music Box, and it was well, before that, we used to DJ. We used to DJ at house parties and then eventually clubs and stuff. I actually met Ralph at a record store, believe it or not. We used to have the summer youth program in New York, and that was the thing. And one day I saw him in a record store. He had a pile of records. I had a pile of records. We looked at each other and we were like, wow, there's some connection here.
Right.
And so, like I said, Video Music Box used to be voiceovers. I was working for Children's Television Workshop, which was educational program for kids. It's called 321 Contact, actually. Okay. And he invited me over to the studio, and I was like really cool one day. And then we decided to do the show together. And I think the big change when I came in is we decided to go on camera. And I called myself the Vid Kid, and Ralph called himself VJ Ralph McDaniels, and the rest.
And I was just about to ask you. I said, "Did you have the nickname Vid Kid?" That was my next question. Okay.
The funny thing about that story is Ralph and I laugh about it all the time. We had a camera guy. His name was Marty, and he would just go and we would actually just shoot talent. So we would question them, interview them, but we never were on camera. So I was talking to Ralph. I said, we should get on camera. That'd be kind of cool. So we had the camera guy turn to Ralph, and Ralph, as smooth as he always is, he says, "Hey, I'm VJ Ralph McDaniels." And I said, "Cut," because I didn't know what to say. I had no idea what to say because I'm good behind the camera in front. It took me a while to develop some skills. So I had some sunglasses in my pocket. We were at some club. I put the sunglasses on. I said, "Let's do it again." And Ralph said, "I'm VJ Ralph McDaniels." And I just said, "And I'm the Vid Kid." And I kind of did one of these little things. And that's how it all started. I kept with it.
And then it led to you actually doing like videos for some famous artists. Like at that time, just going back to the interview that I saw, that you didn't know that the MCs or the artists that you were meeting were going to turn out to be big stars, like Roxanne Shante, Big Daddy Kane, a lot, Tupac. Like you've worked with some people that, we all probably could have wished that we haven't met. What an interesting beginning,
Yeah, I consider myself very blessed, but I also believe in connection. So when I was working for 321 Contact, I used to do what they call film to tape transfer. And that was basically just glorified watching the takes, taking notes and stuff. And one day I was in there with this white girl. Her name is Laura, and we just started kicking it. And I was like surprised about her knowledge of hip hop. She was like telling me, "Yeah, I cut videos. I cut Crash Crew and some other groups at that time that were like early hip hop." And I was like, "Wow," you know. So I was almost like a fan. And she told me, I guess from meeting me at that one time, she says, "You know, I could get you some videos to direct and stuff." So she's the one that set up the Roxanne Shante video. And by being part of that video, it was not my favorite because I was just the director, the story, the concept, everything was kind of already there, which I thought was
Okay.
like okay. But I became really friendly with Roxanne, and Tyrone Williams was there. And at that point, you know, we just bonded. And then he said, "Oh, you're going to do more videos for me." And he's done. I have these artists. I have MC Shan. I have all of these people. And, you know, I just went with the flow. I mean, I was excited, but I was just like, what's about to happen? Because I didn't know how I was going to deal with it, but it just worked out lovely.
And you got to show, you had a chance to show your creative flow. Because I heard that some artists just let you do what you do. Like when you was working with Tupac, you know, he was like, look, for, was it Dear Mama? Was that the video?
Yeah, that was the first video that I did for him. He was incarcerated at that time, and the record company called me up and they said, "Tupac wants to set up a phone call with you. He wants to talk to you. He, you know, likes to do a video." And it was surreal because I was a big fan of Tupac. I mean, who isn't? And
Right.
and to get that, well, he wants you to do his video. I was like, wow. And I got on the phone with him and we talked. And um, he pretty much he had an idea of what he wanted, but the one thing he said is, my mom's got to be in the video, you know. So whatever. Here's her information. And I connected with Afeni, and that was surreal. And
Ah,
did the video. God, what was the first one? I can't even remember it right. Oh, Dear Mama.
yeah, dear, dear
Duh,
Mama,
like
right?
duh. And the reason I'm saying is I did after that, I did like three more. And finally I got to meet him on the Toss It Up video. And uh we talked. He said, thank you for sending the roses to my mom, that he really
Aw.
did a mama video. And I was shooting the Toss It Up video, and I remember Suge Knight was on the set, you know, some other people. And he told me like, "Yo, I'm going to Vegas. Come with me." And I said, "I don't have any clothes." He said, "Final, I got you. I'll
Got your
take."
clothes, right?
Yeah. So because we were at this point, we were talking, and one thing I told him was like, "Hey man, I just see you doing movies, man. You know, you're so charismatic on the screen." And he actually told me that's what I want to do. That's my next chapter in life. I want to just concentrate on movies. So I got in the car with him and Suge. We started to drive, and my producer, who's kind of made me a little nervous, she came like running after the car, waving, and her name is Rhea. And I said, "What's going on?" She said, "Well, you're leaving?" And I said, "Yeah, we got all the shots pretty much." She said, "Well, you have one more shot, and I've never seen you in all my life not finish your videos. You always, you know, I have a ritual. We say a prayer before the video starts, and after the
Oh,
video, you know, it's like it's like a nice little warm thing with the cast. I thank them. And
yes.
the one shot that I didn't shoot was with Lisa Ray, and it was for the first time. It was for the first time
Wow.
she ever did a video. And I went back and shot. It was her dancing in front of a Rolls Royce, and in a way that might have saved my life. But knowing myself, I think that I probably I'm like a low key guy. I think once it started to get too crazy, I think I would have like probably left, not hung
Oh,
around.
so that was probably that was you're referring to like the last time you actually saw Tupac.
It was the last time that I saw him. Yeah.
That infamous trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow, that could have saved your life. You're right. But you just have like I could talk to you, I know for hours because I could just imagine this. Like right now, I almost got caught up. I almost forgot. Like we have to
Yeah.
talk about the film festival. I'm all into the story. And like I said, it's an honor and a pleasure to meet you and all the wonderful things that you've done. Like I know firsthand a lot of the people that you mentioned that you've worked with, and I've watched their careers grow as well. I was also that child running home after school trying to catch Video Music Box. It kept a lot of children out the streets. I could say that. We all had to run home and catch the latest video to know what to wear, to know how to talk, and like influence all of the people basically from my generation. So that's why I'm honored. I work with Ralph today. I do interviews with him. I actually come out to events and I do interviews for him as of right now today. So I'm honored to be a part of that legacy as well. But back to the film festival. What is happening? Can you please tell people, in your opinion, why do you think it's important to either submit a film to a film festival or be a part of a film festival in some type of way?
Well, the key word for this one is urban. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have mixed feelings about that because they're just um, some black directors who were good, young, up.
Mm-hmm.
I hate labels, but I just think it's good to be able to showcase your work. I'm excited to actually see some of the new and upcoming and see what's going on. And I'm really honored that, I mean, I don't really like to do interviews. I haven't done many festivals. And it's not because I think I'm arrogant or whatever. It's just like, it's just not my thing. I'm the type of person when you sit the cameras down in front of me to interview me, if we were at your location, I'm looking, I'm just like, what's that light over there? Is that your key? Uh, do you got me like this? Where do you have me as far as the thing? I mean, I'm just too technical and stuff. So I kind of hate sitting down in the chair, but I love being behind the camera. But this one's, you got a Lifetime Achievement Award. It felt special. I know some of the people behind the organization, and I just thought it would be a very nice thing. So I'm very excited about it.
Yes, I'm excited for you. And it's well deserved. The Lifetime Achievement Award is well deserved to you. You've done some wonderful things. Now, I know you worked on a couple of films yourself. You did How to Be a Player, right? Was that the name of it?
Yep, with Bill Bellamy.
Yes, one of my favorites. That was such a funny movie. Like, how do you feel when you like approach how do you know when a project is for you? What are some of the elements that you need to have to feel like, yes, I want to work on this film?
I am a control freak, so I learned that like right away, even in the music video days. So I like people to bring stuff to the table to enhance, but like I'm right up with the art director, with the design and how I see this thing, stylist, clothing. But I'm smart enough to hire people who I respect their opinion and I like what they do and bring them together because it's a collaborative effort. But that's the thing is I like this. Well, one of my favorite directors is Alfred Hitchcock, and he he did all of those things. It was every aspect of the film, and that's what it's about me. So if somebody gives me a project and says, "Hey, this is the project, this is the script, and then we just want you to kind of follow along and put it together," I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. I got to bring something to the table, and not to mean that I don't want to work with people, but it's got to be a collaboration.
Well, I can understand that because you have your vision. Every director has their certain vision, their style, and I like the way you broke down the components of the things that are important to you. And so, what advice can you give to like a new starting director, somebody who's just first now coming out with their first film? What kind of advice can you give?
Well, one bit of advice that I always give is that do it yourself. Don't really depend on someone else to make your movie or to make your film or to make your short film because that's not you're going to get people that might try to distract you, might try to shift your focus somewhere else, might see it the way they see it. But what I think happened for me is, like, when I was coming up, there was only another production company. It was two. It was the Hudlins. They were doing videos, and Spike. And it's funny, my crew, when they come to, turned out that on my sets, everybody was wearing the Spike Lee jackets, you know. It was kind of funny, you know. And, but it was like the cruise, it was just so short, the amount of black folks. So it was just back and forth, which was good. But after
you
a while,
were sharing staff at that time.
Exactly.
Right?
So
the best of the best.
I finally got us to get classic concept jackets. You know, Ralph and I talked, and I said, yeah, we got to get classic concept jackets, because we got to show our own identity too.
Yes, that was very important.
But that's the number one thing. And then when you start doing films, you know, do it yourself. The people that you're getting together, whether they're your friends or just a team that you start to build, then you the smart thing to do is, as you start to work, you bring them along. Yes. That's how a lot of people mess up. You bring them along because they were there in the beginning and they develop. We had a guy, I don't know if you know him, his name is Beast. He works with with Wycliffe and the Fugees.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, guy. And when my people were there, I used to tell them, like, okay, see that guy, what he's doing over there? He's a grip. You stay with him and follow him, because I'm not going to be using him anymore. I'm going to be using you on the next one. And that's how I slowly started to get my crew to be the right complexion. Yeah.
Right. So they were there. They were like in training at the same time. Watch him. You know, it was like an internship on the job, right?
Absolutely.
This is who you follow.
And I let them go where they wanted to go. Like, some people said, I like to do the script. Some people said, I like the camera department and stuff. And they all like turned out later to achieve and to rise in it.
Do really well. Well, I'm happy that, like, again, this is really a success story. You come from New York City, such as myself, and I'm excited to come down to attend the OUFF, the Orlando Urban Film Festival. I'm excited to come and see some films myself of all different type of genres. And is there anything like, and to see you get your Lifetime Achievement Award, I think that is outstanding and is well deserved. And are you currently working on any projects right now?
Right now, it's a lot of commercial work. I do a lot of commercials, and I'm trying to develop something. I have a new company. It's called LM Visual, so it's LMVSLS, and I have my partner. Her name is Lisa, and she's more like a business head. Like, she's the one that, like, you know, does this stuff. I hate it. I hate, you know, this kind of stuff.
You like the creativity, the vision,
absolutely.
the visionary. You
right.
seem to be a visionary, right?
Right. But we're trying to develop something for TV, which I think is big. I think, to me right now, to be honest with you, I think TV is bigger than movies.
If you get so, why is that?
Well, I like the creativity that you have, like you get on HBO, Showtime. And I think the look, a lot of these shows, they have a look that I kind of like. One of the shows I'm watching right now is on BET. There was a part that people were like, BET, like, let's not go there. But it's called Average Joe. I don't know if you watched it. It's really good. Really
okay,
good.
I'm going to check it out. Since you recommended it, I'm going to check it out.
It's
definitely.
He's the star of it.
Okay, great. Look, it has been such a pleasure to meet you virtually. You know, I will see you in about 2 weeks down in Orlando, Florida. Again, make sure you come out, get your tickets. You can go to Eventbrite for your tickets. And also, if you want more information, you could call 216-256-8060. We have some great people from the film industry that's going to be there. We have Keith David, we have Christina Zane, we have so many people, and you will see the flyer posted within this interview. I will make sure I have it posted up. Lionel C. Martin.
We have the screening of how to be a player. We'll have a discussion after, and I'm going to make a special video for people who are not familiar with my work to kind of really get an idea of some of the things that I did. So it's worth coming just for that.
I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Now, do you enjoy doing videos and like commercials, or did you enjoy making films more? Which one is
I,
like the
I
highest on your?
well, that's a great question. I enjoy making films. Commercials pays the bills.
Yes,
So
yes, they do, right?
yeah,
And play
commercial.
them over and over again too, right?
The thing about commercials is you really just it's not that much of a thought process. You have all of these suits. That's what I call them. They're all around, and I said, "Did you get the product? Did you get the color right? Did you get this?" But I'm thinking of more of a creative side. But it's a good thing. It's a good field to be in.
If you
Absolutely.
were to do a film today, what type of film would you want to do?
I would want to do a film that you look at it and you don't say like, "Oh, I think a black person directed this," or "I think a white person directed this." I just want them to go like,
Hmm.
"This is a dope film. This is a dope
Right.
movie." That's important to me. And I always tell people like, there's so many movies that was like we put that little quote black, and that's cool, but it kind of
Hmm.
bothers me because there's a lot of crappy white movies, and no one says anything. They don't even call them white movies; they just call them movies.
Right.
And
Right.
I think we need to be in that place where we can make bad movies, stupid movies, and your Spielbergs and your Hudlins. I like the Hudlins. I like um, the Hughes brothers. They
Yes, me
right,
too.
like F. Gary Gray. So all these people kind of came up around at the same time. When I got into the guild, I know you got to go. You have to get 3 signatures to get into the GGA. I was lucky enough, blessed enough to get Stan Latham. That's Santa's dad.
Yes,
Like
yes. Oh my
and,
goodness. And I,
and
yes.
the other 2 were the Hughes brothers. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
I feel like just that. I was like, yeah, you guys are blessing me. Endorsement.
You've had well, you are having a phenomenal career because it's not over yet. You still have more to create. And I'm looking forward to seeing your future creations. And I'm hoping to see a film from you soon. I definitely enjoyed How to Be a Player, but you've also had some other good films that you've done as well.
Yeah, and also I did like Hip Hop Harry, which is a was like a it was like a Sesame Street for kids that Russell Simmons was the executive producer on it. So I've done some TV stuff, Out All Night with Patti LaBelle. I've done some TV stuff.
Awesome.
But yeah, you know.
Yes. Well, congratulations again. And thank you so much for your time joining me in short notice to try to raise awareness about this upcoming film festival. And again, please go on Eventbrite, get your tickets. You heard it from Lionel C. Martin, and he has a special surprise for you, a reel that he's going to put together with all some of his projects. You get a chance to do a meet and greet, a Q&A with himself. We have Keith David that's going to be there doing the Q&A. And what we need is you. We need you to also come out and join us for this wonderful event. It is 3 days. So make sure you go on Eventbrite again, get those tickets, and we will see you there. Thank you
Support.
so much again for joining me.
Okay.
Bye bye.